Hi, from 5 Biology, Chapter 4. This is your video number 6 and your notes page number 6. We just finished a title called Xylem tissue, so now we continue for another vascular tissue that we call phloem tissue. Okay, so what is phloem tissue? What is the function? 它的功能是什么呢？ phloem tissue. A vascular tissue responsible for the transport of the organic product of the photosynthesis in the plants. So phloem tissue, transport of organic product of photosynthesis in the plants. And transport organic product we call translocations. 它的过程就叫 translocations. It will be a big title, a small title. Not big, not small. At the end of this chapter 4, 在后面有来 phloem tissue. Transport of organic substances inside the plant body 也叫 translocation. So that the xylem tissue, phloem tissue actually make up of different type of cells. 它里面有各种各样的 cells. Okay? And the main cell in the phloem tissue will be the sieve tube and component cells. Sieve tube and component cells. So what are sieve tube and component cells? The main cell 最主要的细胞。So both of the cells actually they transport the organic substances like sucrose and amino acid from the leaf to all parts of the plant. So mainly for transportation. 这两种是特别用来做 transportation 的 sieve tube and component cells. Okay, sieve tube and component cells. But beside the sieve tube and component cell, it contains other structure like fiber to give the support. Okay, like the xylem tissue, fiber for support. And phloem parenchyma to store the food material, 收藏食物. Okay, so again, before we go to detail, we look at the diagram first. 看看 phloem tissue 里面到底有什么细胞，它的结构怎样呢 phloem tissue. So phloem tissue having two type of main cell, and these two type of main cell actually mainly for transportation, 就是专门用来输送食物用的 ，OK， 在哪里呢 ？sieve tube and also component cells. Beside the sieve tube and component cell, it contains fiber， 还有一些纤维素加 parenchyma to store the food material， 是不是 ？OK， xylem tissue consists of two main type of cell main called sieve tube. Together with the component cells, if you want to compare and make the comparison between xylem and phloems, sieve tube is just something like the xylem vessel 它就好像之前我们讲的 xylem vessel. Component cell will be something like the trachea, but they actually totally not the same. 完全是不一样的东西来的啦。If you want to compare， 你喜欢做比较，我们就没有办法。我们用来做对比的话啦 ，it should be xylem vessel and this one be trachea, but they are different. 它们绝对不一样。Some fiber and phloem parenchyma 这种就是 phloem tissue. Okay, but where's the structure? 这些组织的结构在哪里呢 ？Okay, phloem tissue. So now for the leaf, it having the process called photosynthesis. 它进行光合作用。Okay, so for mesophyll cell, palisade mesophyll cell, spongy mesophyll cell, it having the process called photosynthesis. So organic food substance will be produced. 有机的食物就会产生了，对不对？ And the organic substances will be transported to the component cells. 它就送给这个 component cells. Will be transported to the component cells. So now component cell just beside the sieve tube, you get the food material. 它拿到了食物了，对不对？所以这一粒细胞就叫 component cells. 下面是 another component cell. 另外一粒也是 component cells. You get the food material. And any special about this component cell? 它有什么特别呢 ？It having a dark organelle. 这种细胞里面呢 ，it having a dark organelle called mitochondria. Okay, mitochondria, and the mitochondria actually supply energy. 它提供能量 ，so it contains energy, store energy. Or the function, the main function actually supply energy. 它会提供能量 energy. So component cell with the mitochondria, they store the energy ATP, 对不对？ You're going to supply the energy for what? Okay, yeah, for the active transport of the food material from the component cell to the where 去哪里呢 ？To the sieve tube 跑去那个 sieve tube 里面。OK， so component cell 它有能量，它 supply energy for the process of what active transport. You can label here for the process called active transport 啦。OK，active transport 就是把食物呢搬进那个 sieve tube 里面呢 ，active transport。我讲人家的组织讲到那边去呢，顺手啦 ，OK， 顺手了嘛啊，要给你知道那个结构的特别。Because after this, we're going to talk about the adaptation， 它有什么特别嘛 ？So component cell contains the ATP that supply the energy for the process called active transport of the organic substances into the sieve tube， 把食物呢搬进这个 sieve tube 里面。这整条东西，这类细胞啊，我们就叫 sieve tube，sieve tube 整条东西。sieve tube. Same as here. 那这一条 we also call it as sieve tube. Okay, so now the food entering the sieve tube through active transport 跑进来了。supply energy. Who supply? Component cell supply the energy. Okay, so 这个叫 sieve tube. So sieve tube actually is made up of what? 是谁做的呢？就叫 sieve tube element 啊。So sieve elements.This is a cell without nucleus， 这种细胞没有 nucleus 的 ，no ribosome， 因为没有 nucleus， 有 ribosome 也没有用 ，no ribosome，no vacuole， 它也没有 vacuole 的 ，OK，so no nucleus，no ribosome，no vacuole。So the sieve elements， that mean the cell 啦，就是它的细胞的名字来的。They are the cell that forming the sieve tubes， 它们接起来，然后变成了 sieve tube，Okay, so sieve element again they join together become the tube 啦 called sieve tube. 它们连在一起，接在一起就变成了一条 tube 啦，就叫 sieve tube. But if you compare the xylem tissue together with the phloem tissue, sieve element when they join together, they'll be separated. Okay, they'll be separated by what? 被什么东西呢分开呢 ？For xylem tissue, the wall no end wall 后面没有东西的，空的 hollow， 对不对 ？But for sieve elements,Each of the sieve element actually they are separated by sieve plate， 它有一个 sieve plate with a poles， 然后这些 sieve plate 都是有洞的 ，OK， 它有墙壁隔开，不过它墙壁呢有洞的 ，so sieve plate with a poles， OK，sieve plate with a pole， 这个叫 sieve plate， 然后这个洞就叫 sieve poles， so 这边就是它的差别。Phloem tissue 它的 cell 这边有墙壁 sieve plate， 然后有洞啊，也是能流过。Okay, so between the sieve tube together with the component cell, actually they're having some what？ 这些东西都叫 bit。Still remember 细胞联丝啦 bit。or plasmodesmata 给东西呢渗透来渗透去，跑过来跑过去。So this is our Phloem tissue. Okay. 它的主要的底数就是 component cell supply energy for active transport， 把食物搬进 sieve tube 里面。Okay. And now continue， 再来看仔细一点点。So the food conducting tissue of the vascular branch consists of sieve tube, yes， 这整条了。Fiber, parenchyma and component cells。Okay, they join together become the phloem tissue 啦，它们结合在一起变成 phloem tissue。Sieve tube are hollow 空的 ，Okay, and run parallel to the long axis of the plant， 跟着植物这样走上去。Sieve tube do not have the nucleus， 这边的细胞叫 sieve element， 没有 nucleus，Okay, and contains string of cytoplasms， 然后它有一点点的 cytoplasm 呢。Okay, and the sieve tube are formed from elongated cells called sieve elements. So sieve tube 是谁制造成的呢？谁形成的呢 ？Sieve elements that are joined end to end. Sieve element join end to ends. Okay, but at the end of the sieve element, they're having a sieve plate. Okay, so if sieve elements has a component cell adjacent to it, sieve element 的旁边有 component cell. Okay. 刚才讲的啦 ，and what's the function of these component cells? Okay, what's the function of the sieve elements? Transport the manufactured food such as glucose, amino acid from the leaf cell to the sieve tube 啦。 sorry， 这是 component cell 的功能来的。So what is the function of component cells? Transport the manufacture, okay, food such as sucrose, amino acid from the leaf into the sieve tube. And actually, how it transport, it provide energy. 它提供能量啦。Okay, they have to pump, having the process called active transport, pump the food material into the sieve tube. 这些东西要用到哦。Okay, so these are the basic for Phloem 底数。Phloem 底数的基础来的 basic. Okay, understand? Not understand? You pull back, 拉回去了，再看多一次。Okay, now after we finish the xylem 底数 and Phloem 底数 okay, so now we make some comparison between xylem 底数 and Phloem 底数。What are the differences between these two 道底数？它们的差别在哪里？讲真呢 ？Okay, number one， 第一个 xylem 底数 normally having the thick wall， 它的墙壁比较厚 ，with lignin 有木质。Phloem 底数 when they draw the Phloem 底数 actually the wall is thinner， 它的墙壁比较薄的，它没有厚厚的墙壁的。OK， Second difference， xylem 底数 100% hollow 空的 ，no end wall between the cell， 细胞之间是空的 ，no end wall。But Phloem 底数 yes， they're having the end wall with perforation 啊，它后面有墙壁的。那这边 cell have end wall with the perforation。它后面有墙壁 ，and 这种就叫 sieve plate with the poles 啊，有墙壁隔开的，不过也是有洞。Okay? Next, for xylem 底数 the xylem washer actually is side by side with the what？ 它跟谁在一起呢 ？Tracheids. Compared to this, the sieve element or the sieve tube actually side by side with who? Component cell. 这边是 tracheid， 这边是 component cell。还有什么差别呢 ？For xylem 底数 the flows of the water and mineral inside is just one direction， 它的水只流上去罢了，没有流下来了的 ，one way。Okay, but for the Phloem 底数 the flows of the food material together with the water actually is two way。But why two way 啊？为什么是 two way 的呢 ？You have to understand this when we go to the title called translocation. Translocation. 那个在后面才讲起了啦 ，translocation。Okay. Next， 再来一次 ，xylem washers and Phloem washer。xylem 底数 ，Phloem 底数有什么差别呢 ？xylem washer the wall is thick with lignin 有木质 ，Phloem washer 没有，它薄薄的墙壁。Okay， 再来 ，xylem washer there's no end wall between the cells， 细胞之间是空的，没有墙壁的。But compared to Phloem 底数 they're having the end wall， 它有墙壁的 ，with perforation 有空洞sieve plate and sieve pole。Okay， 还有什么呢？来 ，the flows of the material, water and mineral inside the xylem washer is just one way， 一个方向罢了 ，up。But compared to the Phloem 底数 ，up and down， 食物走下来，等下它水会流回去。食物走下来，水会流回去。Why translocation？ 另外一个带的 two way， 两个方向的。OK， 所以这就是它们的差别了哈。Next， OK。Wow， the structure adaptation of the sieve tube and the component cells。To the transport of organic substances. Okay, so any special adaptation of the sieve tube and component cells to the transport of the organic substances. 它有什么特别呢？他们将改变自己呢，然后帮助我们送，不是我们呢，帮助植物送它的食物呢。Okay, we continue again. 我们又再继续了。Sieve tube, component cell, how the hell? 他们将帮。So how do the sieve tube and component cell adapt to their functions? Number one, sieve tube. Anything about sieve tube? Sieve tube actually is a cell, living cell with cytoplasm. 它是活着的。Compared to xylem washer actually is a dead cell, 死掉的。Living cell, okay? Sieve tube do not have nuclei. 它没有 nucleus, ribosome and vacuole. 少了很多东西 ，no nuclei, no ribosome, no vacuole. Why? To allow 准备空间嘛 ，to allow the organic food substances to flow through， 就准备更多的空间给那些有机物品流过嘛。To allow the sucrose molecule to pass through, sift through easily 给那些 sucrose 轻易的流过了 ，so 它少了很多东西 ，but it's a living cell with cytoplasm. Okay, on both ends of the sieve tube, there are sieve plate that has pole 有洞的 ，and as a function of the poles 给东西流过了 ，through which the organic compound can flow from one sieve tube to the next. So they're having the poles to allow the organic substance to flow from one sieve tube to the next sieve tube. Sieve element 的意思，这些都是它的 adaptations. Component cell contains what? Component cell 它的特别就是 mitochondria with the energy inside. So component cell contains mitochondria to provide energy in the form of ATP to the transport. In the form of ATP to transport the sucrose from the leaf to the sieve tube through active transport. Yes, component cell 它提供能量。OK， 然后用 active transport 的方法把食物呢搬过去了，把食物搬过去。OK。搬去 sieve tube 里面 So finish the title called From Diesel 100%. Okay. So now before we go to the next title, there's a big title. We maybe try some question. 我们可能做一些题目。So copy under your note. 抄在你的 notes. Okay. Page number 7. 那 try a question. 我们要试试看其中一题了。拜拜。